We gotta go. What's going on, everybody? It's your host, Remo, aka Mr. Rich Threads, host of Let's Talk Fashion. Welcome, everybody. This is season 3. Oh, man. This journey has just been amazing for me. Let's say the least. I've been really having fun with this shit, man, because it's like I get all types of questions. What made you start this? Like, if y'all didn't understand why I did it, I mean, before the season officially dropped, I dropped a little synopsis of why we brought about Let's Talk Fashion, and you get some of the answers that might come out of that conversation right there in itself. But with that being said, we've reached episodes 3. Well, we've reached season 3. 40 episodes in, and let's just say I've been having an amazing time so far, man, where I got a chance to really dig into my creative bag and really figure out, my purpose right now and when it comes to the fashion space, because most of the time people really don't understand how much it really takes to really stay in fashion, because you have to go from production and samples and all types of other stuff to really bringing out, a full-fledged line. And then kind of like the way that they've been doing fashion traditionally isn't made for the really independent brands, because they make it kind of difficult, because they do it by seasons, but the season that you're displaying is a season that's in front of you. It isn't really made and conducive for those that aren't funded, where you spending thousands of dollars just to display a couple of garments that might or might not make the actual cut. But that's a whole nother conversation in itself. But I'm just happy that I got a chance to spread my message with you guys in a space where I'm starting to feel more comfortable. With all of that being said, I just wish and I appreciate that you share this content with somebody that you think might appreciate it, as well as subscribing. Subscribing is the only way where people are going to realize, like, yo, they doing some dope conversations over here. Let's talk fashion. It's your boy Remo. Now let's get right to it, man. So I want to jump into the purpose of influences, right? And being an influencer. I know some people might have been rated certain higher than other people because of where they've been placed. But you've been seeing the purpose of influencers and the person, the kind of the process of being a content creator and where it could lend you. Because I turned on the TV the other day, I see Joe Buttons on the TV. Joe Buttons was quote unquote one of those guys that been in the rap game, and they felt as though he was a failure, and then he became a podcaster, which was 100% untraditional when it came to being a rapper. Now he's on TV selling bet slips and shit like that with his podcast, and that's because he has a podcast, which is the Joe Buttons podcast. Like it or love it, he put himself in a position where he's continuously growing, and he didn't really succumb to the actual space of the industry, which was kind of fire. You see somebody else like Cameron, I seen him on TV the other day in commercials. Drewski, doing his damn thing as per usual. But I think one of the biggest dudes that we think in the modern era has to be Kai Cenat. I turned on the TV the other day. I see Kai Cenat is showing the Big Mac commercial.
What I need from you is a chicken Big Mac.
A chicken Big Mac? That's not a Big Mac.
Actually, it is.
It's not
a Big Mac.
We seen him in interviews with Tank Davis. His house that he has, his the influencer house that he's in. That's kind of like synonymous with Kai Cenat at this point, where people know the look of his background. We seen Kevin Hart with him doing sleepovers and all types of weird shit, but to us it's kind of strange and kind of different and kind of interesting. But to him, it's just pushing out content to the point where now he's actually signed by Nike, has a Nike deal, and continuously business with Nike. He even did a troll where he received some Asics sneakers and he looked hella disappointed. But like Nike and Asics in history are kind of like not in the same vein. But he made it seem real good that he was disappointed, and he sold, the idea of being in that realm. So now you see today is the opening day of the NBA season, and we see Kai sidelines with my man Adam Silver, even getting Adam Silver to draft him on the sidelines to the New York Knicks, which was a bad look because the New York Knicks ended up getting smoked. But the fact that Kai Cenat is even in these certain places as a kid, that was, I guess, just a twitcher.
I love it. Can you please pass me in 2031? Do it right now. Okay. Hold on. Let me get my phone real quick. What year am I drafting you in? 2025. Copy that. New York Knicks.
New York Knicks draft my main man Kai.
Yes, sir. Let's do it one more time. Nice and smooth. Coming closer. You coming closer.
With the first pick, 25 select Kai.
Or a YouTuber. So it's showing that staying in your lane and being consistent could always get you to where you really want to go. And that's how I wanted to start off this season, because I don't know where I end up with all of this. I don't know how far it'll get me, but I'm enjoying the journey, and I haven't been doing anything per se that I feel as though has been out of my own realm or doing nothing goofy that should land me in a space where I feel uncomfortable. So I'm happy where I'm at with this currently. And let's roll right into one of our first topics today, which is the power of the Yankees. Shout out to the Yankees. The Yankees has officially made it back to the World Series after umpteen years. But New York in itself is looking amazing right now because the Liberty just won. The Mets, they couldn't pull it off, but not everything is gold at the end of the rainbow. But they had a good run. So shout out to them for that. But the Yankees, they're back in the World Series, and I would be safe to say the Yankees are probably out of the top 3 most notified, franchises in history. I go the Yankees, the Cowboys, and the Lakers probably. So for the fact that the Yankees are always seemed in a space of glory, being that they haven't even really won in a space for a long time, but they're one of the most popular teams ever, which is kind of fire. And you've always seen, brands collaborate with the whole Yankee logo. We seen Kith pull off a couple collabos. We seen the MoMA Yankee hat collaborations with the fitted hats. And now currently we do have a whole campaign by Ralph Lauren where you've seen a lot of the Yankee branding alongside of classic looks for Ralph Lauren. And I'm just wanting to ask you guys, is this something that, seems as a reach? Did somebody upstairs push the button, was like, the Yankees are gonna win this year, that all the big brands should be pushed behind, the Yankees in this kind of realm? But I personally think that, the Yankees they've always been a stylish brand where everybody's always kind of linked with them. Spike Lee, he kind of had a mini doc series stating that his affiliation with the red hats with the red hat with the Yankee logo was a thing that he created, and we did see him at the game, and we seen him at the Liberty game because if anything, Spike Lee is New York City. For the good, for the bad, for the ugly, Spike Lee is the guy that we always see in the stands. And, sometimes it always doesn't lend to our favor where some people view him as, the black hat in the building where if Spike is there, we end up losing. But in this round, he won. Well, we won with Spike in the building at the Barclays Center where the Liberties did win, and then he was at Yankee Stadium when they actually ended up did winning to go to the finals. What is it called? The World Series, whatever it's called. You know, I ain't really a baseball dude like that. I'm more fashion and shit. But this whole Yankee collab with Ralph Lauren is pretty clean to me. I like a lot of the pieces that they've rolled out, and it doesn't scream like it's a reach almost because put the classy effect to it. I kind of see the loafers was kind of fire as well because it gave me that purple label collab with like a New York grunge feel, but in a classy way. So I don't think this was done distasteful at all. And for the most part, I just believe in general that, Ralph is just Ralph. Like I don't think Ralph Lauren is really going anywhere where like it's gonna change the idea of people of the way that they view Ralph in a whole, in a totality. So for the most part, we already know that Ralph is gonna be Ralph and New York is gonna be New York. So this was, this was a risk with the reward at the end because I really feel a lot of these pieces are really good. They're really classy and they could be worn at the stadium or to dinner or out with your family or to Thanksgiving. It's classy and it probably would be a timeless collection. Kith did okay with a couple pieces that they did release as well. The MoMA collabo, it's kind of was a hype beast kind of situation for me per se. But, you know, it is what it is sometimes. Sometimes you gotta seize the moment, they say. So that's one of the moments right there that I felt as though, the Yankees are on top right now. Polo is polo. So keep going with it, man. Now, when we talk about collabos now, the name Bad Bunny has been circling around with Adidas all year round. And I don't think for 1 second that Bad Bunny and Adidas has missed. So now Bad Bunny has released, what is that? 4 sneakers within the year. I know they got the brown gazelles, and they dropped the baby blue joints. Now they turning and spinning the block. Oh yeah, no, they just had the white and black joints as well. It's kind of fire. So now they spinning the block with Bad Bunny and Leo Messi. This joint is fire. The fact that they're giving Bad Bunny so much opportunities to really do these collabs and really raise the flag for Adidas in a very subtle way because it's not forced. It's not really hype beast esque. I know Sambas right now and Gazelles are kind of, you know, carrying the flag for Adidas as far as footwear because with the whole Wells Bonner series and all of that. But the fact that, Bad Bunny, you wouldn't even think to connect that with a brand and a hype beast shoe where it's really actually moving. And then Messi is, as big as the world could get in the soccer space or to some people football. But the fact that, he's kind of his last leg as far as being a professional. So to bring this out is, 100% fire. And I do see absolutely nothing wrong with this going on right here, man. I really like, what they got going on over there at Adidas. And it's continuing because Adidas also did announce the whole luxury edition pack with the whole Wells Bonner, Samba collection. And then they turned around and kind of presented, it was like, I want to say Adidas urban 80s, 90s feels garments to go along with it. So it's like a whole conglomerate of just like dope shit going on over there at Adidas. And the culture been gravitating over there to Adidas because I personally think that the looks have been changing, that people have been, reverting back to the athleisure look or the big trousers where big pants are getting a run. And Adidas been following suit by dropping pants like this and dropping, the big sweaters. And it's been real playful over there with Adidas. And the fact that, it's kind of criminal minded to wear Adidas with, any other company brand that believe in athletic wear. So you wouldn't see really Adidas pair with anything else other than Adidas. So for the fact that they get in the lifestyle aspect along with the sneaker wear aspect of it and combining it together and really pushing the needle and forcing the hand of other brands to say, you know what, we want some bump in this space because we've seen Nike, kind of do the lifestyle thing and do some collabos, Cactus Plant Flea Market, and a couple of other brands. You do got Travis over there, you got Nocta, for whatever that may consist of in some people's eye. Not me personally, I'm not really a big fan of the whole Nocta thing, but I get it. But Adidas is allowing their people to really like spread their wings and really enjoy the moment. And who would have thought? Fucking Bad Bunny, man. This shit is crazy to me, man. But he's hot right now. The baby blue ones is a little bit too much for me, but they were in the streets. People were rocking them. The white and black. They missed me because those actually were hyped, and I was unable to even attain them. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I wouldn't mind have had purchased those, but they weren't accessible to me. Let's just say that. So now with all that great being said about Adidas, it's Nike's turn we gotta say something bad, man. So the thing for me is Nike just not getting the message that's being presented to them, or they just really don't really give a fuck? Because at this point in time, you dropping Jordan 11s, the Chicago's. Now, in most instances, we know the love that we've had for quote unquote Space Jams, or the Chicago Bulls 11s, or just the patent leathers. We called them as kids. But to turn around and remove all the patent leather, all the canvas material, and then replace it with velvet, this right here is just a poor ass attempt, in my opinion, to really like take advantage of the fans. There's no reason for this. There's absolutely no reason to have transformed the material of an original sneaker and turned it around and put velvet on it and try to present it like it's supposed to be golden. I don't know what is going on in Nike, and the message is not being sent to the right people, or the right people are in charge of bringing out the correct sneaker. One or the other. Because no, I'm just asking you guys, would you wear this? This sneaker right here, was this something that you would say is a must-have? Especially, damn, the way this sneaker was released and kind of rolled out to the general public back then, it was like, yo, this shoe is a must-have. Like, regardless of what we say, how we get it, we have to find a way to get this shoe right here. It was kind of like a vehicle, or just like a lady, like we just wanted. We didn't understand why, but it's something that we just needed. These right here don't give the same feel. They don't give the same nostalgia. What happens if something falls on it? I don't know where they're going with this one at all. And I'm not a big fan of this, and I'm not, a big fan of the direction of Jordan and Nike right now, because I just think they just need to have a insertion of new energy. Bring some people in that really know how to talk about the culture, how to present the culture, and bring back sneakers that we actually give a shit about. Leave some of the stuff in the votes that, really are grails, unobtainable, something that, you see in the Smithsonian Museum. Like, damn, those are ones. You don't bring them back out. Recently, I did see them roll back out the Wu-Tang joint. Why? There's no matter of fact, I'm lying. I'm acting up. Let's just say they do bring back something. I would love them to bring back the De La Soul's high top joints, because I never got an opportunity to get those personally for myself. But I think those are one shoe that eluded me for years that I would want personally for myself. So thank you if you are listening. Yeah, I take the De La Souls, the SBs. High top only. I don't want the low top. Just saying, for your boy, man. Size 10.5. If anybody out there got them and want to donate them, I'll appreciate that, man. Now, before we even transition to our next selection of conversation, Little Yachty, you out here, you showing a lot of visuals. You present your closet. Matter of fact, better than me tell you, let's just show it. Yachty, I get it. I get it. Yachty's in a space where, he was very vocal about New York fashion, his personal fashion, him being a sneakerhead, and, a lot of people be wearing shit and all of this other shit. I get it. The OGs ain't really want to shit on him or go too crazy on him, being that we kind of seen the way Yachty dressed prior to being in New York and hanging out with the ASAP mob and all these other cats. And he has collectible pieces that not everybody would want to obtain, but it's a conversation. I'll just say that. A lot of the stuff that he's able to obtain because he has a lot of money. Money will put you in places and rooms that probably you wouldn't have been in prior to having access to money. And that's the thing. Like, style comes with all of that. Either you got it or you don't. Money only creates a Bama. If a Bama's a Bama, guess what? You're just going to be a Bama with money. You're going to be buying bad shit and shit that you thought that was it looking from afar because you was never that guy. And then you turn around and purchase it and try to force the public to be like, oh, yeah, I don't know about this. No, we never wanted that shit. That's the difference. Some of that shit that Yachty had was mid at best. But the fact that he had it in his closet and it probably cost a lot, people would give him credit for being able to obtain it. But that's a whole different conversation. Are you able to obtain it because you got money or you did some hunting? How did you obtain this shit? Because a lot of people back in the day who were really into fashion, guess what? They did a lot of hunting. They did a lot of finding and locating. This brand dropped such and such. This person has such and such link with XYZ. It's only 3 of these left. You got to come over and get. That's how we found the shit. eBay, Poshmark, Facebook. There's different ways. And then they had like people that used to trade on Nike Talk. The conversations about fashion was endless. Tumblr was another thing. You know what I mean? If you really wanted to find it, there were means to do it. And the people that was in the specific circles knew how to do it. Yachty, on the other hand, I'm not going to disrespect your closet because you probably got shit that, I would wear in there. But me personally, being able to obtain it with a lot of money versus you being in the field and really like being able to locate shit because you was always in the elk is a different conversation in itself. So once again, shout out to Yachty, but I don't know, man. You got to do a little bit more, man. Maybe a little bit more consistent with it, and we might believe you more, man. With that note, don't go too far. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to jump right back into the show. So, listen, y'all. Once again, I'm not asking too much. I'm just asking for the follow. I'm just asking for the subscribe. I'm just asking for you to share the content with somebody that you think would appreciate it, being that I'm 3 seasons in. This is done by me independently. I'm editing, I'm producing, I'm researching content, I'm getting it out to y'all by editing it all and then getting out in a timely manner. So, once again, I just beg and I plead, hit the subscribe button. With all that being said, now, is your favorite part of the show? It's Fashion and Clashin'. Now, when we say Fashion and Clashin', it's basically, I really like this outfit. This is something that I will wear. I definitely put it in my closet, find a position for it somewhere. And then it's clashing. I'm not feeling this at all. It's not nothing I will wear. Get it the fuck out of here. That's basically the motto. With that being said, let's check out look one and let's see what we got this week.
Make a $125,000 outfit and a $125 outfit that look the same. Wow. But you know what? It sounds like if I do it this way, then you guys are going to stop asking me to make these expensive ass outfits. So let's do it. Starting off strong, we have these chrome hard jeans, $27,000. Bro, there's just no way you spent that on some jeans, bro. Who the hell are you? I'm you, but I make financially responsible decisions. First of all, I make financially responsible decisions, all right? How much are those jeans again? All right, okay. Yeah. We have these sneakers from Louis Vuitton embellished with Swarovski crystals. Vintage Doors t-shirt, $200. And over that, we're gonna wear this leather jacket from Chrome Hearts. This was $14,000. For the watch, I'm gonna wear this Cartier Santo Bulgari Tubagas, David Yurman cable, this Chrome Hearts ID, this Chrome Hearts diamond, and this David Yurman diamond bracelet as well. $37,600 on the right wrist. Chrome Hearts fluid glasses, and this Chrome Hearts teeter. We're gonna have the Chrome Hearts wallet chain. Are you done yet or what? We gotta keep this video at least under 1:30 for reals. So you're wasting a lot of time. Starting off, we got a pair of classic Levi's. These were thrifted for $11. You got a pair of classic DC skate shoes. This one was thrifted for $10. This was found on eBay for $20. I'm gonna wear these that we found at an antique store for $6. This black economic watch, mine's totaling at just $13. And this ring was a gift. Seen it online for like $5. This chain was part of a bag that I bought at a garage sale. Honestly, bro, I can't believe you spent all that money just to look like me. Bro, who cares? I look good. Your fit lacks like a certain, like je ne sais quoi. You know what I'm saying? Quoi? Yes, je ne sais quoi. Spell je ne sais quoi right now. Well, it's not about how you spell it right now. Gee, that's what I.
So let's start off by saying this is definitely fashion because I think this guy is one of the best content creators when it comes to fashion on the internet because he actually breaks down really, really expensive outfits. And then he kind of like makes and creates the same outfits with affordability where not everybody does have the generous pockets to spend on a lot of this crazy shit, but they desire a look. So with that being said, this is fashion because he showed you both ways to do it. For the person that has the endless amount of cash to spend whatever for a desired look, and then the fashionable person on a budget. It kind of both game the same aesthetics, the same feel. So this is definitely fashion for me on both ends. The high end level as well as, the local level. And shout out to this young man because he's been putting out dope content for a long time, and I really appreciate it. Let's see what we got. Let's see what else we got going on this week. Man, let's just say this is definitely fashion because like I'm not a particular fan of the big derby. I kind of tried it before, but it kind of like wasn't my niche, to be a real adult in the space yet, to do the whole Steve Harvey hats and all that shit. It's kind of fire, but me personally, I couldn't pull it off. But the way that they kind of recreated it and made it like an urban feel to it, where you gave like, adult, you know, it's kind of like Sunday's finest hat, but then like the fitted cap version of it, and then the patches because you can't go wrong with it being a New York patch as well. They burn the edges, so this was real fun, and this is real kind of like an aesthetic that you could feel pleasant about wearing a suit or dressing up with that or dressing down. So this is definitely fashion and creative as fuck. So I don't know what the price point of these are. That's the only thing I'm scared of because they are handcrafted, but with creativity comes luxury, and with luxury comes high prices. So just be prepared for that, man. Let's go to the next look, y'all. See what else we got. So I completely think that Y3 is kind of done. I don't know who's the creative director up there and who's responsible for, what's going on up there at the current time, but they're really out of touch with the Western side of the world. Like I get it, Japanese base, it is like the mother brand of Adidas or the high end luxe brand of Adidas, but with everything going on in Adidas right now with the Bad Bunnies, the Sambas, and all that other shit going on that's successful, Y3 hasn't got the memo that, you know, it's dope shit going on right now. You should gotta step your game up. This shit is whack. It's clashing. It's ugly. It's not creative because you got a shoe in a shoe, but the shoe inside the shoe is terrible, and the outside of the shoe is ugly. So why make the shoe? Go to the next look, man. Y'all pissing me off.
In the late 90s and early 2000s, when clients used to come and see me, say they buy a Rolex and they want a diamond bezel on it, they would always come back and ask my watchmaker to change the bezel or change the bracelet, and it would take time to do it. So that's why, thinking and looking at all this, I designed something that you didn't have to come back to see the watchmaker. So in my first 5 times on watch, you could actually change the bezel yourself. You could just unscrew the bezel and screw on a plain bezel or any other color bezel.
I got a G-Shock on, y'all. It ain't really icy or nothing like that. And it don't really gotta be, because Jacob, this shit is a little too late. Just because you slap a little Supreme logo on it, it's supposed to be hype. I'm not feeling this shit at all. I just think in today's society, that watch is a little too bulky. The character of it, the even like the mechanicals inside of it doesn't even look like, you know, cozy at all. And I don't think it's something that attracts, you know, the modern eye. You might get a little run with like the throwback kids or dudes of that realm that might want to, you know, show some love back to one of their favorite jewelers. But I don't see people leaving Richard Mille or Patek Philippe or even Rolex to that point, elegant watches, Chanel watches and shit like that, to say I'm gonna leave these brands of elegance to go mess with a bezel that you kind of turn the dial off or turn off the bezel and change it for a plain. Them days is over, man. Leave them shit. Sometimes you just gotta leave shit where they at, leave it in the past, because we're not trying to live it. And this is one of the moments that we ain't trying to live. We don't need each zone to have its own map and a big ass clock and a fucking size 50 watch. Go to the next look. Go to the next look.
Let's call this episode 7 of Things I've Never Seen Before. Kinda. We're going to talk about the obvious showstopper in a moment, but let's take a second just to appreciate this other look over here. This denim on denim over this mesh with a nice cream colored belt, matching their lipstick perfectly with their bag. And then this little detail down here, this little shell ring. But hold on, hold the phones. Put the phone down. No, don't put the phone down. Hold the phone. You got to look at the phone. Here's the ruckus. This collar has been moved from the shoulders down a few inches, creating this little window, like a little chest neck peekaboo cavity with a necklace perfectly framed behind it. I don't know if you remember, a few years back, this gentleman was wearing a shirt that he called the double header. Maybe this was inspired by that, or maybe that was inspired by this. Whatever it is, fresh take. This is what makes this whole thing so great. Take risks. It's fun. It's exciting. It's something to talk about. It's art. And then even, are these trousers that they're wearing backwards or altered possibly? And finally, I was kind of dazzled by this rose. I was flummoxed. Is it a ring? I had to go back to a different photo to see it from a different angle. Look at this. It's a little rose clutch. But, you know, all these things combined, safe to say that they really rose to the occasion. All right. Till next time, kids.
You know what's crazy? First off, if you really get a chance to take the time out, shorty on the left, the all denim fit was cool. But when you slow it down, her knees were mad ashy, like she fell or something. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand why. So it was fashion. It became clashing. Now, shorty on the right? And I took my time to really try to dive into this look, because one, I'll say, is creative as shit. It's unnecessary as fuck, but it's creative. And depending on where you were invited to wear this outfit right here, it's fashion and it's fashionable and it's fashion forward, because it can be used as a statement piece more than everything. The backwards pants with the front kind of shorted and the back is elongated. I respect it. The hole in the shirt in the front, with the cleavage exposed, cool. It's different. Not something that you could pull out multiple times. This is a one time wear, and you got to get rid of it. For the statement of where they caught this person recording this video and this look, I'm gonna give it fashion. Don't get it misconstrued. I don't agree and really like the overall design of it, but it's creative as fuck. And for what it was supposed to be, which was a viral moment that didn't look bad and it lent the lane of fashion first, I'm gonna go fashion. You might not agree with me, and I totally understand, but the place where you leave that is just not screaming at the TV or not screaming at your phone or your iPad or wherever you're looking at this at. You write that shit in the comment below. Let me know. I'm an idiot. He don't know what the fuck he talking about. Or I kind of agree. Maybe it's a one-time thing that I would wear or not. But the opportunity is all yours. Next look. Man, I really got a soft spot for Frenchie, man. I just think she's fire altogether. She's real fly with all her looks. I'm kind of really like, the tomboy aesthetic with the girly feel is kind of like what drives me right now. And thinks that, like most of these females in this element is real fashionable. And I really like the way that she puts together her look. So I'm definitely gonna go fashion. And the last one kind of did it for me with the whole the pantsuit look, and like it's the ability to really switch up the looks mid 30 days, because this is 30 days of flavor. She went sporty, she went girly, she went tomboy, she went athleisure, she went gym look, she showed legs, she showed stomach, she showed diversity. Yeah, it's fashion. What else we got? Boy, oh boy, man. Whew, I'm getting old. Because the fact that, like, this is supposed to be like creative in the fashion space, or it might just genuinely be a real piece of art where it's supposed to poke fun. But this kind of looked like the head shield or the what you call it, the helmet that Leonidas was wearing in 300 before he went to war. Because I don't see where you wear this to, and like why is this a thing, and or if it was just created somewhere to be a piece of art, I would respect it more. But if this was one to go outside and kind of like make a statement, this is 100% clashing, and I don't understand what the fuck people are doing and where fashion is going and where creativity is going. Our kids got to get it together, man. Y'all just fucking up the world, man. At this point in time. With that being said, I got nothing more for this look. I'm ready for the next look. You should be, because I know I am. See what else.
All right. Who do we have with us today?
I'm Rashinah, also known as Layered in Liberty, fashion stylist extraordinaire.
Okay. How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. It's nice. It's a great day. I've seen so many people that I know. I'm loving the fits. I'm loving the vibes, so I can't complain.
That's it. Let the people know a little bit about what you're wearing.
All right, today I have on these pants from LFJ. I love these pants. I've had my eye on these for so long. I've never seen this color, so when I saw this color, I was like, I gotta catch these. These are timeless. And I just wanted to feel real cozy, real chic. This brand way back, they sent me this and was like, oh, I want you to style it. I was like, oh, this is perfect. And I was just going for a cozy, still very sexy, so I got the mesh on. Because I wanted to wear my sneakers, but I didn't want to be too casual. So I feel like I found the perfect in between. I'm very much so cozy, sexy, chic, vibes, but I also feel like real like LA, like like
I see it.
hey, almost like like I still shank you,
Okay.
but but we're sweet.
All right. If there's one thing you would tell your inner child, what would it be?
Oh, that's a good one. I would tell her you're amazing just as the way you are.
That's it. I appreciate you doing it today.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That was perfect. Thank you.
And shout out to Danny, man. Danny being on the road going crazy with the conversations in the streets. And I really appreciate it because, by heart, Danny isn't even really a journalist. He's just somebody who has an affinity for fashion and decided, I'm gonna put the mic in a couple people's faces. Shit, pause. Damn, that was crazy. But he was gonna interview people in the streets and really get a feel of what they've been wearing and the kind of feel that they get from their clothes. And the best elements about his actual content is what would you tell your inner child? So that was kind of fire. And shout out to Danny, man, always doing good work out on these streets. Well, with that all being said, this outfit was shit. It was fashion for me. I really, really liked her pants. I just didn't understand how the blue coincided with the black, tan, and kind of gum bottom sole. I probably would have went with a black shirt over the top, but I got the fishnet wife beater kind of played along with a fashionable look. The pants I love. I love the pants in itself. I might wear those myself. But the color of the top, the blue joint, it kind of caught me off guard. But you replace that with another color, and it's definitely 100% fashion, especially for the moment. I think they were at like CultureCon or one of those locations where Danny posts up and really gets amazing content. So once again, I'm gonna go fashion with this one. Give it another color for the top. It's fashion on top of fashion because it was a statement piece. Also, I can't really wear those shoes per se because I said once ago that my feet are kind of small and I would look like I had baby feet in them shits. But the way she pulled it off is pretty cool, man. Let's see what else we got.
Fist from the streets, who I have a pleasure speaking with.
God Rakim Allah.
Let's go, Mr.
MC. You know what I do,
right.
Man.
Let's go.
Strong Island Zone.
Yes, sir.
Still here, man.
Yes, sir. I see the look. Let them know what you're wearing today.
Well, I'm Tim'd out today, man. Got my little Tim sweatsuit on.
Right.
Got my Tim beef and broccolis on. I'm all beef and broccoli today, you know what I mean? So, New York, topping it off and letting them know where I'm from. So,
yes, sir.
Feel good to be here, man. Philly, what up? I'm here, man. You heard?
Yes, sir. Mr. Ra, how does it feel to be one of the pioneers when it comes to fashion? You and Eric B, custom pieces and just crazy, crazy dope items.
Well, yeah, man. It's back in the days, art imitated life. And in New York City, the fashion was bubbling. The jewelry was just starting to, get crazy. The jewelers, you know what I mean, from the Diamond District to Canal or Jamaica Avenue, all over the boroughs, the jewelry was just, going out of control, knowing what we wanted to wear, man. So, from the jewels to the wares, man, just always wanted to stay fly and, of course, influence from New York.
It's the God, you know what I'm saying? Yo, son, from the 80s, yo, like OG. I get it. But this is definitely clashing. I just don't understand it. Like, why can't most of our hip hop stars just they age gracefully? He looks great in the face, like real young, real vibrant. He keeping the energy with the looks and all of that together. Cool. Appreciate all of that. But then in return, like the clothes don't really match the aesthetics of, the skin regimen and how we look in the age factor because the oversized big bag, it just looked like old big baggy clothes. And it was a Timberland outfit. Come on, we gotta do better. Somebody throw my man Rakim a pair of essentials, man. He will appreciate it gracefully. I get it, you want to wear the beef and Brock Tims and keep it real New York to the heart, but the beef and broccoli on beef and broccoli on beef and broccoli with the Yankee hat and the pull was just not fashionable for me. And then the jury, Like you gotta update your jury as well. OG. I love you. I love what you did for the culture. I love you did for the community. I love what you did for New York City and held the flag so high. But this right here, you kind of letting us down, man. And this really ain't it. I apologize. Shout out to Rakim. Shout out to Eric B. Shout out to hip hop. But it's clashing. I think we got more. Let's check out the next look.
All right. Who do we have with us today?
Yo, what's good? My name Keem. Name of the brand is Keem Studios. Keem Studios.
Okay, Keem, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing well, man. I'm blessed. It's New York Fashion Week. As you can see, we outside. You heard?
That's it. Yes, sir. All right, man. We're doing a fit check. Let them know what you got on.
What I got on right now is Keem Studios from our clothing brand, man. I got on our denim collection. We just dropped it 2 weekends ago at Nordstrom. Sold out. So, and we're going to be restocking it soon, but I got on the pants right now. And then I got on the shorts over it, our pleated denim shorts. I got on our denim jacket right now, a crop denim jacket. All my jewelry is by my boy Johnny Nelson. You know what I mean? NY fitted for New York Fashion Week. Can't go wrong with the Yachties on. You know what I mean? With the steppers for NYC. Feel me?
Okay. All right, let me ask you this. If you could say one thing to your inner child, what would it be?
Keep chasing your dream, bro. Like, keep going. Honestly, like, just. I used to pray for times like this, bro, for real. Like, I just had an event at the Moxie, and then I came straight here afterwards, and just, like, everything I do, I don't take it for granted. Like, I used to pray for times like this, you know what I mean? So definitely keep going, because you gonna get there for sure.
Man, congratulations, man. I really appreciate you doing this for us today.
No problem, brother. And, I appreciate you for having me, bro.
Yeah, man, and keep winning, man. That's it.
I appreciate it.
So let's just say this is clashing. It was a lot of confusion for me. Like I particularly like the crop jacket. All right, if you would stood there and you got to pick one or the other. You're either gonna wear shorts and pants, but not shorts and pants. And then you had the moment Yankee hat that we spoke about earlier. All right, cool. But then the stocking cap underneath or the do-rag or whatever the hell that was. You got the feather earring. It was a lot of moving parts in here. And then I keep telling y'all keep trying to replace nastiness and then throw Tim's on top of it. Like Tim's is like gonna clean up the whole situation. No, y'all niggas not gonna keep getting away with this shit. I didn't like this outfit. I get it, it was creative, it was from his brand, and he sold out and da 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 da. The fashion is pretty weird right now, and this one right here is kind of clashing for me. I'm not really digging it at all. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Give me the pants or the shorts, I might feel a whole different way about the fit, but together, it ain't it, man. And that's kind of all I got, man, for this week. Definitely appreciate y'all tapping in. It's your boy Remo, aka Mr. Rich Threads. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share it with somebody. Jump in the comments and have a whole conversation about what you've seen, what you heard, what you think about, what was said. And if I'm an idiot and I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, you got an opportunity to say that too. Shout out to the JBT. Shout out to the whole lineup and everybody that keeps us entertained through our YouTube. And on that note, it's your boy Remo, aka Mr. Rich Threads. And season 3, episode 1. More to come. I'm out. Peace.